Welcome to my brunch. This is Mario Martinez, and you're going to be looking at a brunch that I prepared. The omelet is a little burnt, but chefs need to be able to tell you when something doesn't work well. But I think you're going to like it. What I will be discussing today is the second attainment of my book, The Phoenix Self. Is already doing extremely well. I'm very happy with that book. It's a novel where you learn about longevity through a story like The Man from Autumn, my other book. And there are five attainments that you have to be able to go through to make it to what I call the Methuselah Threshold, 130. And at that age, then you can live as long as you want to because you learn information. Anyway, the second attainment, I talked about the first already. The second attainment has to do with things that are very important in the process of longevity, which is number one, how do you mourn your dead without dying? And how do you work through your unrequited love without getting sick? Those things happen to centenarians. So there's several things that are related psychologically, and this is what I'll be talking about. When someone dies that you love, or someone doesn't love you anymore, it's happening without your permission. They die, they leave you without your permission, or they no longer want to be with you without your permission. So they share that. You share that with a death and with an unrequited love. You also share that the person who died left you. You've been abandoned. Whether they wanted it to or not, you've been abandoned. They're gone. And the person who no longer wants to be with you abandons you. So those are common factors. The difference is choice. When you die, you have no choice, unless it's suicide. But if you die, there's no choice. When someone leaves you, there's a choice. And when there's a choice, there's a tendency to want to blame yourself. If I am being left, if someone doesn't want to be with me anymore, what's wrong with me? If someone dies, there's nothing wrong with you. They die. It's them. But when someone leaves you, then the question is, why did they leave me? What's wrong? Even though you may think that that person is bad, still there's that question, that psychological inquiry. And in the Phoenix Self, I explain, based on what I learned from centenaries, that the way to deal with mourning your dead without dying, and many couples do very closely with each other when someone dies, the other one's gone because they don't work this through, is that you have to mourn their passing by celebrating who they were and celebrating what you had with them. That changes the whole psychoneuroimmunology of mourning. Unrequited love, what you do is you don't go to the prison of nostalgia. Oh, it could have been this, it could have been that, because that's very bad for your immune system. What you do is you put faith on your journey and you celebrate the potential of the bad things that could have happened if you stayed in that relationship. But the key is to celebrate the what's coming, the future, and that means that you put faith, blind faith on your journey, that you'll be open to love again. Now, in the loss from the unrequited love, you have the brain and you have the heart. The brain reasons and the heart emotes. Somebody doesn't love you anymore, and the brain says, okay, you don't love me anymore, then I'm out of here. That's fine. But the heart says, no, no, since I love unconditionally, I still love you, even though you don't love me. So you have to work the timing concept and the timing factor. You have to give the brain and the heart time to bring coherence in your time and space. So the heart is going to be lagging because the brain already knows, but the heart is unconditional. It's a gradual process. I'll explain that on another brunch, but there's plenty here. So enjoy. And now let's go to brunch and see what we have to offer. It's good. Enjoy. Welcome for brunch. Today, we have all the candles and the incense burning, just what we need. And the chefs sometimes don't come out with the best looking food. So this is one of my special omelets that went a little bit too much into cooking, but it's got some dried tomatoes, and it was made also with almond milk parsley, garlic, oregano. It has also pimenton, which is a Spanish paprika, and it's gonna be delicious. This is one of my favorites. As you know now, the Francis Mollman smashed potatoes. They're smashed, they're turned over, and then chimichurri. Chimichurri is an Argentinian dressing made with fresh garlic, parsley, olive oil, some oregano, and then some of the chimichurri dry spices. Outstanding. Here, la caña, a wonderful albariño, a white grape from Galicia. Enjoy and bon appetit.